Let's continue this conversation. Facebook is adjusting its ad disclosure policy following a series of sponsored memes made by Mike Bloomberg's campaign. They're causing the social media giant to reevaluate what's an ad and what's not. Joining us now is Axios media reporter Sarah Fisher. This is I don't know, there's a lot to this story, Sarah, and I like it because really bad things could happen if you don't watch out what you do, right? If you let certain people make memes, they could be just... And I'm ready to, I can decide whether I'm able to see it or not. I don't want Facebook necessarily to start censoring things, but this could get, we may be talking about some of this stuff in the next few weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it could get really messy. And you know where I think it gets really messy, Joe, is stories. One of the things that we're not talking about here is that what happens when you have people hawking things on posts that disappear in 24 hours? The Federal Trade Commission's not going to be able to enforce any kind of native advertising guidelines around that. And we all know that Facebook struggles to police this kind of stuff, too. So I agree with you. It's going to be a big problem. For now, Mike Bloomberg is just buying memes on traditional Instagram posts. But if they were to move to things like stories, I would be concerned.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the people that have done some of the ads for him are known to push the envelope, are they not? I'm not even going to say the name of the account, but he needs to be careful, right?
I think he does. Look, someone like Michael Bloomberg, who's getting hit on the campaign trail nonstop already for things like stop and frisk, I personally don't think they should be buying meme accounts on white people humor. I think that's not sending necessarily the right message.
Misogynistic undertones, those are starting to come out, too.
I agree with you, Joe. I think he's got to be careful about where he places these messages. But look, the reason he's pushing the envelope is because that's what works on social media. It's also what's worked for Donald Trump. And it's what gets people to really relate to a candidate if they speak in a really, relaxed, humorous manner. So we'll see if this works out for him. But I think he's got to be careful.
It's a wild, wild west, though, is it not? We should be ready for it. And there's also plausible deniability. Can't the campaign say, oh, we didn't really mean to go down that route? It was farmed out to someone else. Are they able to do that, or will it finally come to rest and they have to take ownership?
Buck stops with the campaign. If you're going to place your ads on a place where you don't think you're going to have a brand safe conclusion, that buck stops with you. I think to your point about the wild, wild west, just something to point out to viewers here. Facebook and these social platforms, they don't really make money off of these transactions between campaigns or any kind of advertiser and the influencer or the account. That's why these companies want to push them to buy actual ads, because then there's some sort of accountability. The reason Facebook had to change its policies is because it now says, look, if you're a verified political candidate, we'll put this stuff in our ad library so that we know for future records what money was spent. But it's still really dicey, Joe.
Sarah, what do you make of the comment? We just played a short clip in the previous report from Bloomberg's campaign chief that suggests the president has much better data on social media users, and therefore, I guess the implication that his ads on social media are having a better effect than some of the other candidates, including Bloomberg.
That's exactly right. The Trump campaign's ads are way more effective than the Bloomberg campaign's. What the Bloomberg campaign has got going for it is that it can just totally trounce the campaign and spend. You have to remember that the Trump campaign has all of the data from the Data Trust, which is a partnership between a private company and the RNC. It's able to use that data to create match lists on Facebook to hyper-target the right people, whether they're swing voters or diehards on Facebook. The Bloomberg campaign is a little bit starting from scratch. They have their own digital agency called Hawkfish, which is sort of creating and mining all of its data. But they don't have 4 years of data, a campaign from 2016 of data to rely on and list match the way the Trump campaign does.
Sarah, is it true that this has been an attempt by Bloomberg to look cool? Apparently, some of our analysts are saying these memes are falling flat. Not only are they potentially very controversial and therefore media
That's a big ask there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I know.
I may take all of it. I don't know. No.
Here's my take. It doesn't matter if he looks cool or not. People are talking about it. Yeah. And that's what he wants to do, right? Bloomberg wants to win the attention economy. And I actually think he's doing it because people are talking about it. Now, whether or not they think it makes him look cool, I don't think that's what he's going for here. He just wants to be talked about. And quite frankly, I don't think that's a horrible strategy.